Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How are you today? Today's topic is shops. Since we all have that knack of, having and owning a commercial property someday or the other, or we already have purchased a couple of commercial properties. So my video is primarily for the people who are new in commercial investment and who want to understand which shop to buy, which not to buy. They can decide. So there are 4 categories in shops. First category is a shop in a mall or a high street market. A mall is an enclosed premises where there is centralized air conditioning and things like that, and high street is a market where the shops are on each floor but the roof is open to sky, right? So the first category is mall, high street. The second category is a shop in a society project, builder project, in a society apartments project. Third category is shops in affordable category apartments, affordable shops we call them. And the fourth category is an individual standalone property which is built on a piece of land. So these are the 4 kind of shops that are there on Dwarka Expressway. Now, which one to opt for, right? So I'll start with the mall high street category. So if you want to buy a shop on mall high street category, you have to have an open budget, because generally the ground floor shops are not smaller in size, they are bigger in size. They're kept like that for a particular reason, because the builder has an intention to lease out the bigger plates, to big brands, so that they can consume more shops and have a bigger brand presence in the mall. So if you opt for a shop in a mall or high street, I strongly recommend go up to the 2nd floor only if it is a 4-story shop. If it's a 4-story mall, go only up to the 2nd or 3rd category, 3rd floor, 2nd floor or 3rd floor, not beyond that, because until and unless there's a provision of restaurant or food court on the top floor, you should stay away from the shops on the higher floors, on 4th floor or so. But yes, if there is a provision of food court, if there is a restaurant provision, fine dine restaurant provision provided by the builder on 2nd, 3rd and 4th floor, then you can easily go for the shops. And in terms of retail, you can stick to ground floor and 1st floor and also 2nd floor. See, people have a very different notion when it comes to buying a shop in a mall. They generally feel that shops on the higher floor would not run. It all depends on the kind of work that is being conducted, the kind of business that is being opened on that floor, on the higher floor, the kind of utility that it is for people. Because generally, see, the cinemas are all on higher floors, and because the cinemas are all on higher floors, most of the people tend to go up on higher floors into the mall, and then also do see the shops that are there on those floors. So it's a misconception in India that higher floor shops don't run. If you have a bad luck, then definitely, even if you have a main road facing ground floor unit, even you would not churn out any money out of that, to be honest. And if you have a moderate luck, like most of the people do, and you choose wisely, decision, you take an expert advice and then buy a shop, then definitely you can get a good unit which will be rented out, leased out easily. Or maybe you want to do your own work. If you want to open up an office or something, that yes, higher floors are good, because you get cheaper shops on higher floors and they're ideal for offices. There are provisions of lifts and escalators, so don't worry about your clients. They can always climb up the lifts and escalators and come over to you, right? The second category, which I said, are the shops in the society projects, builder projects, luxury projects. So when it comes to these projects, the shops that are there in the society projects are limited in number, because as you very well know that these shops are mostly in numbers of 10 and 15, maximum 20, like that, depending on the size of the society project. They can be a good buy, but yes, the business will be restricted because there are no outsiders allowed inside the property to buy anything from those shops. Basically no footfall from outside the premises. But yes, if that society has a limited number of shops, let's say if there are 1000 apartments and there are 10 shops, then yes, you can definitely invest, but you have to wait for the long haul. They'll not be, they can be sold easily, but yes, they'll not be leased out on a very higher end for a long time, because people will have a restriction in leasing them out. Also, the kind of businesses that can be dealt with in those locations, in the project shops, are limited, but yes, if somebody is smart enough and opens up a grocery, or maybe opens up a dry cleaner, or maybe a unisex salon, something like that, which has a day-to-day coverage, day-to-day interaction with people, then definitely yes, it can be a good business. And even if you want a small office kind of a thing just below your house inside the society project, then yes, but they get saturated very easily. Third category is the affordable shops in affordable societies, affordable projects. See, these shops are outnumbered. Okay, these are very high in number, and there's a higher supply than demand in affordable category, because to every 850 apartments, the builder makes 100 shops, 150 shops within the premises, in the campus. So they're always outnumbered. So if you have a limited budget, but and you're restricted with budget, and you cannot go beyond the budget of 50-60 lakhs, and then you have to buy anything in the affordable category only, then my strong suggestion is that you go for the front facing shops rather than going for the alley shops or the back facing shops. You'll be in a better space there. Coming to the fourth category, which are standalone shops. Until and unless the documents are cleared and it's a freehold property on which they are built, which is mostly not the case in Gurgaon, you can always go ahead and buy them. But yes, also you have to see for all the factors pertaining to the location, the parking and everything, because that can be challenging and also tedious to operate. Apart from the fact that most of the standalone shops are not freehold, they're all leasehold, or they're built by local people, so they have their own challenges in terms of documentation and other things also, right? So these are all the categories. I haven't mentioned SEOs, because in SEOs you have to have big investments, because in SEOs you have to have an investment of around 4-5 CR, and only then you can build up something. And the SEOs that are being sold nowadays, the floors that will be commercial floors that will be ready on those SEOs, will take a lot of time. They'll take at least 4 to 5 years to come in shape over here on the Dwarka Expressway, and by the time that happens, the prices that they'll be asking would be exorbitant. So there's no point in looking in that direction unless you have a lot of money. And even if you do, I would still tell you to go for a bigger unit in a mall than buying an SEO. You will be in a profitable space. On that note, I'll say goodbye to you today. If you have any questions, if you want to buy any shops, you can always go ahead and connect me, send me a message or DM me on Insta, or comment in the link below, in the video below. Alright, thank you. Have a good last 2 days of the year, and have a new year. Happy New Year. Bye bye.